The overnight leader and the defending champion, Mr. Smiffy and Andrew Nicholson. Originally, Andrew from Te Aomatu in New Zealand, but these days based at Marston, just outside Devizes in Wiltshire, with wife Jane just looking on from the start box as he begins his run. And this all important now. He'll have learnt a lot from New York earlier on.
Well, he will have, David. There's a great advantage to the rider when they've had a great early ride like Andrew has, and you know he wants to win this again, and he's going to do everything he can to make that happen.
Leaf pit coming up.
On his way now, he slips his reins a little, keep the horse out in front of him. Horse lands a little early behind, but has a great gallop and makes nothing of the wide jump at the bottom. The interesting thing about watching Andrew ride is how economical he is around the course in the horse's gallop. He's one of the fastest. And the horse is just quick and easy, up and over, and on his way into the arena.
Andrew, such a great Burghley record. Originally champion here in 1995 on Buckley Province, but also runner-up in 96, third in 98. Just loves this place, as indeed most of the riders seem to, Karen.
Boy, they really do enjoy coming to Burghley. The organizing committee takes such good care of their international competitors, and I love riding at Burghley, and I love coming back every year.
This is quick.
Very quick, but it comes at a bit of a price. He was a little bit off of his line there coming out, but never mind, he's one of the fastest around.
Here's another Burghley champion, Blyth Tait, winner in 98, and persuades Ready Teddy to drop down and then over the roll top.
Not without a bit of a peek at it first, though.
Andrew Nicholson.
He's so efficient as a rider. The horse is just gallops so effortlessly under him. Makes outside the tree, but as economical as anyone. But a big jump into water puts him a little off stride, and the horse has to be very quick with his feet to be able to get up the step, at least with 3 of his legs. Now Ready Teddy into the arena.
Ready Teddy, of course, champion at the 96 Olympic Games in Atlanta, but not such good fortune in Sydney, Karen.
Well, that's right. Ted ended up having an injury on the cross country, which ended up that the horse couldn't finish. And not only was Ready Teddy out of the competition, but it took the team out of the competition as well. Now Andrew turning into the Waterloo rails.
And this is where we had the heart-stopping moment as he comes to the final option. This time, absolutely perfect.
I'd say the horse has learned a bit in the last 12 months.
Blyth Tait, and these two New Zealanders really dueling at the moment.
Well, they just look like they're chasing each other. It's really quite remarkable. Textbook, though. They're both fantastic riders, but they have unique styles of their own. You watch Blyth rides with quite a long rein and sometimes a higher hand than Andrew does, a really quiet, low set in his hands. I think that Andrew's arms are just that little bit longer than Blyth's.
And the Irish Bank has ridden much better this year now that course designer Mike Tucker has turned it around.
Well, coming down the hill to an Irish Bank is always a little bit trickier than coming up the hill to it. Using a little cluck off the ground with his voice and also coming off of it. He's always moving, Blyth, as everyone wonders why he's so fast. He never takes back. He's always coming forward and keeping the horse moving quickly on his feet, as does his teammate, Andrew Nicholson, now coming up and making his turn to the dairy mound.
And still very good on the clock there, a good 10 seconds in hand. Just want to keep control of him, though.
Yeah, he's just a little bit off his line on that as well. It looks like Andrew struggles to keep him within an inch or two of the line that he's chosen. Teddy looking great, though. Now he's making his turn back up the hill to capabilities cutting, but now it's Andrew at the corners. Again, a little bit jumping right there. So no better rider than Andrew to keep this horse exactly where it needs to be to maximize the course.
And they're both under pressure because Andrew wants to maintain his lead, but also Blyth knows that he's got to put in a clear round within the time if he wants to stay in contact.
Well, and Andrew is knowing that Blyth is going to be going for the time, and vice versa. Blyth knows the same about Andrew, and they'll be wanting to go as close in their score together as possible into the third day.
Well, look at that. I mean, Andrew had, what, 10, 11 seconds, and Blyth here, he's got 13 seconds, so they're both of them in good shape.
Well, that's true. He sees a bit of a bigger stride going into the brush and much quicker off of it. And a straighter line through there. So that would have increased his margin under the time. Now Andrew coming to the Lions Bridge. These horses are very forward and very brave. This horse looks terrific at the end of the course. It seemed to have missed that deep water coming out. No problems for Andrew and Smiffy.
Just got to keep focus for the last 1,000 meters, and Blythe's got a little further to go here, but you can see he's pretty well straight as a die through there.
He really is. That horse is such a veteran now at this level, and the accuracy questions seem to take nothing out of him. As does this effort. Absolutely.
Great. 13 years of age and full of zest. And here comes Andrew Nicholson. Well, the time is not a problem. He's picked up even more on the downhill section of the course. He's just got to pop over the farewell and does so. And 41 points, the leading score after dressage, is now the leading score after cross-country, and he cannot be overtaken, so he's going to go into the final phase as the leader.
Still, Blyth uses his voice to encourage his horse on, and a little tap on the shoulder. And he did get a little bit of that deep water.
This horse is a good jumper, so I can go a bit quick at the start and trust him to pull his legs in. So I was quite sure I could be fast in the first half. Yeah, and it was only whether or not he got too strong in the second half.
Well, Blyth Tait, when he won here in 1998, he was on Chesterfield. Prior to that, he'd been runner-up back in 1992 on Delta, so he's looking for his second success. Andrew, of course, for a third victory. No problem here for Blyth Tait. He's going to maintain that dressage score. Look at that, 41.4. He's literally a whisker behind Andrew Nicholson. Just the last. And a fine finish to the afternoon for the New Zealanders, because they take over the advantage at the top of the leaderboard. First and second. So by a mere 0.4 of a point, the defending champion still holds the lead for New Zealand, with Mary King flying the British flag in third place and Beale Morris fifth, the best of 12 American challengers. With less than 10 points or 2 show jumping fences separating the first 9, the championship is wide open, because this year the riders face not 1 but 2 rounds of show jumping, with 5 penalties for every fence knocked down.
Touch wood, he's a very good jumper, but got 2 chances to make mistakes now, so I mean, I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Well, the thing is, you put yourself in a position where you could win it.
Well, it would be nice, but Andrew doesn't relinquish the lead very easily ever.